Today I'm going to show you how I made a US agent shield in preparation for the Thunderbolts movie. And follow along and make your own. I got the 3D models from do3d.com and I used my Bamboo Lab P1P to 3D print the 11 main pieces. Just kidding. This project used roughly 1 spool of plastic and roughly 4 days of consecutive printing. I used 3D gloop on this project because it chemically welds the PLA plastic together, which makes it a great solution when you need the final product to be super sturdy. I'm using this plastic welder, which essentially just superheats these little staples, which will hold the 2 pieces of plastic together. This works about the same as melting new PLA onto the surface. So, I have the shield. I broke the shield. I glued the shield together really well. So at this point, if you want to make any fixes to how things are adhered together, this is going to be your chance because now I'm going to be working on the finish of the actual final product. So, any stress testing that you want to do, now is the time. I'm just procrastinating because I have so much sanding to do and potentially so much filling. It's time to cover everything in dust. I used an 80 grit hand sander to remove layer lines. So I'm going to start by trying to fill all of these gaps that I have without actually filling the details on the shield. We'll see what happens. I'm not too worried if this is perfect. This shield, I can almost guarantee gets destroyed in a movie. And of course, it's heavily damaged already. It's okay if it's not perfect. After the Bondo dries, I use 120 grit sandpaper to smooth the joints. Then I use filler primer to even the surface. Then I wet sanded at 200 grit, followed by another round of Bondo on the joints. A final round of filler primer and wet sanding, and the shield is ready for paint. I started with a simple black base coat, and then I could mask off the lines to add the red. I've got the red on the shield. Now it's time to address the silver elements. You could go with just a silver spray paint, which would look just fine. You could airbrush with a fancy mirrored surface finish. That would look pretty cool. I'm gonna give graphite rub a shot just because it's so darn easy, but I did not sand the surface to a total smooth finish, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna look, and it might be too dark, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I use a cotton ball to apply the graphite rub layers, and a satin clear coat between 2 layers of graphite rub. I followed this up with a clear coat across the entire shield. So I made a mistake. You might have caught it already. I mixed up the layers. It's supposed to go red, black, silver, but it's red, silver, black. And each layer of paint takes days to dry. So fixing stuff like this takes days. A little bit annoying. I'm just gonna fix it. I'm gonna sand it. I'm gonna graphite rub, use some satin. Everything's gonna be fine. So I repeated my graphite rub, satin clear coat, then I added a new black layer, and finished with another clear coat. So now that I've fixed my mistakes, it's time to detail the shield. So I'm thinking black wash, silver detailing, and maybe some extra graphite rub. The black wash and weathering is super important to see every detail of the shield. So this shield is covered in scratches, right? But now I have to go over the top of the scratches with a silver edge to make it look like the paint was scratched away. So essentially, I'm going to use testers, a small brush, a lot of patience, and I'm just gonna add silver detailing all over the shield. Let's do it. that's how you make a US agent shield, the 3D printed way. I'm pretty happy with how it came out, and hopefully this video inspires you to make your own. As for the backside of the shield, I pretty much left it unfinished for now until I can get a better look at what the backside actually looks like in the movie. So I just put the 3D printed straps on for now, but I do think I'll probably upgrade to leather straps like this one. If you make your own or you're inspired by this video, definitely share that with me. I'd be stoked to see that. And thanks for watching.